Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Puppet Review Stuff. And now, for your host, the one, the only, Puppet.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Puppet Review Stuff. Now, if this is your first time checking out my channel, if you didn't know, I do DVD reviews, movie reviews, the occasional video game, and I do reactions. So if all that stuff sounds great to you, then check out my channel, Puppet Review Stuff. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to the review for today. And of course, today we're going to be taking a look at Captain Marvel. Now, I'm a little bit hesitant on reviewing this movie when I first saw the negative feedback on this. I feel like if I say anything good about this movie, people will shame me. Or if I say anything bad about this movie, people will still shame me. If I say this is a good movie about, like, girl power, people will absolutely hate on me. So, just to tell you, this is my opinion, not yours, and I don't give two craps about your opinion, because this is my review, and you're going to see how I feel about this movie. So, just FYI. Yeah, this is my review, my opinion. I don't give two craps. Anyways, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the review. Roll the clip.
I think I had a life here. What aren't you telling me?
You've come a long way, but you're not as strong as you think. This war is just the beginning.
I'm not gonna fight your war. I'm gonna end it.
You know, I've heard of girl power, but this is too much girl power. Jesus, like, tone it down a little bit. Not even Thor flashed out this much. It's kind of a shame that Thor is almost not as powerful as she is. And he's a god. A god. Like, she could probably just, like, one-shot Thanos. If she could just take out a spaceship just like that, then, like, she could just, like, punch Thanos and he'd be dead. Most likely. Yeah. This girl is powerful. And that's the problem people are having. She's too powerful. Like, and also, she's a girl. That's the big thing. And I really do, like, I could say I agree a little bit with this thing that people are saying. Yes, it's annoying. In the advertisement, all they just acknowledge that she is a girl and she's a strong woman.
About to show these boys how we do it. You ready? Higher, further, faster, baby. Yes, babe.
Higher. Further. Faster.
Like, okay, we've gotten that before. The one good thing about Wonder Woman is they didn't really acknowledge that she's a female. They did in some cases, but it wasn't like to the certain extent that Disney is doing and the big push for this movie is. Wonder Woman was just a superhero movie. That's all they were advertising it as. This is just a superhero movie that's advertised as a female-led superhero movie, and people don't like that. I'm not saying that, you know, superhero-led movies aren't a bad thing, but when you're trying to just, is that your main focus? It's not that great. Just advertise it as a superhero movie. You don't have to get all political about female power and all that stuff. And try to oversight boys, like, that's annoying. And I saw statistically that more men actually went to go see this than women. So I think more men care more about this, because Marvel's more of a guys franchise, than females do. Which does say something. And I can see that's kind of why they are doing it, for this push. But I feel like they shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Your fans, Marvel, your fans are going to show up no matter what. You don't have to keep pushing it to femalize it. Or anything else. And I'm not shaming this movie because it's a female. I don't hate the fact that there's a female lead. I don't hate that. But it's just, they're pushing it too much. I don't want to be like the guy that just sees a movie and it's a female lead. I want to be the guy that says, hey, that person is playing that character. Not from their sex. I don't want to care about their sex. I just want to know if it's a good movie. It looks interesting. I don't care about the sex. I don't honestly care. My Little Pony might be a different situation though. But anyways, Derek, what is this movie about?
Thank you, Puppet. Anyways, if you want to know, Captain Marvel is about a girl named Cora Danvers.
No, stop, Derek. No. Her name is Clara Danvers.
Clara Danvers? But Cora Danvers sounds, more accurate.
No, actually, that's another blonde superhero.
Oh, she's from the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
No, she's actually from DC.
Oh, she's from DC. Who is she? Supergirl. Supergirl. Oh, two very powerful blonde superheroes that wearing the same color scheme? Of course that would sound confusing. That's just a coincidence, isn't it, guys? Anyhow, this movie's about Clara Danvers. See, I actually got the name right this time. It's basically about her losing her memory, and she blindly following the Kree. And when one little accident abandons her on Earth, she must find who she is in order to stop the great threat from destroying the galaxy or the Earth. I don't even know. I don't really even know the villain's motivation at all. Do you really know?
Quite frankly, I don't. They honestly don't even explain the villain's motivation.
Oh, that's really good, I guess. They don't even explain the villain's motivation in this movie, though. So, that's really the movie. She tried to find herself, meets friends along the way, Nick Fury, all blah blah blah, her old friend, new life, who she is, just girl power, all that says. That's basically the movie in a nutshell. Also, there's cool action scenes. Back to you, Puppet.
Alrighty, thank you, Derek. Anyways, it's time for the big question. Is this movie good? It's okay. It's a pretty good, okay movie. It's not amazing. It's not one of Marvel's best movies. And Marvel just has been on a roll. I really don't remember, the last bad movie they've done. I guess Thor: The Dark World, and that's I don't know, years ago. So Marvel really hasn't done many bad movies. And I'm not saying this is bad, but it's not in my probably not in my top 10. Captain Marvel is a decent superhero film. It has a lot of good action scenes, but this movie's trying to be too much. It's trying to be set up. It's a prequel, basically. It takes place in the 90s, and they do really try to prove to you that it's in the 90s, with so many 90s jokes and references, including Blockbuster, that sometimes it does take you out of the movie, just acknowledge that it's in the 90s. And Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, she's okay. And, she's good at, serious moments. But, as emotional moments, it's kind of hard. Because all you can really feel about her is she's pissed off all the time. She looks mad all the time. I know that's a joke. She never smiles. But in the movie, she hardly smiles. And I'm not saying that's a problem. But anytime there's any emotional scenes in this movie, it's not really carried out by her. It's kind of weird to say. She just always has a smudge look on, a bland look on her face all the time. Just a serious look and smirkiness. And, she's also the one that brings out a lot of humor as well. And some of it lands, some of it just, most of her jokes that she does not land that well. And she's supposed to be the funny person in the movie. But, and her action scenes with her stunt double, most likely, they're pretty good. They're really CGI. So basically, it's not really her. But the action scenes were freaking phenomenal. I loved the action scenes, though, with her. Just, pure power. I'm not saying pure girl power. Just we're losing that at this point. Just pure power that this person has. I'm excited to see what she does in game. Just super excited to see what she does. Anyhow, we're going to move on to another character. Samuel Jackson returns as Nick Fury.
I was ready to hang it up till I met you today.
And they do that youth thing they did an Ant-Man with Hank Pym. And it actually looks pretty good. It looks so much better than they originally did in Ant-Man. And they did for an entire movie. I actually thought he was a good age. It looked pretty good. It was shocking how good it looked. It's weird. And Samuel Jackson was really funny in this movie. He was really funny. And it was weird to see Nick Fury in this comedic role than he usually is. He usually in more of a serious role. This time he's in a comedic role. It's kind of weird. Because he's always so serious. So serious. So serial. And this one he's not. He's not that serious.
Aren't you the cutest little thing? Aren't you cute? And what's your name, huh?
Fury.
What's cute? I'll be back.
And it's funny, and I actually like the chemistry between Captain Marvel and Nick Fury. It's a really nice, buddy movie. This movie's more like a Disney Channel original movie, sitcom or anything. It's not really in a way, it is a superhero film, but it doesn't feel that way, because I feel there's not enough superheroing in this movie. There's probably 20 minutes in total in a 2-hour-long movie of superheroing. Or just like dialogue and all that junk. In the first part of the movie, the dialogue is not that strong, and I was just bored out of my mind with the dialogue until they started doing the action. It was pretty cool though. And Judge Law, he was okay. We didn't get much of him, but he did a pretty good, role, what he was doing. So, he was okay in that way, and Carol Danvers' friend, I forget who she is, but she did a pretty good job. Her, black friend, the black sidekick, even though she already has a black sidekick. So she has 2 black sidekicks. That's pretty cool. No, yeah, that's cool. She has 2 black sidekicks and her best friend. I did like her in the movie. She had a pretty good performance, and the little daughter of hers. I did enjoy that part of the movie. Really enjoyable. And of course, Agent Coulson. I can't forget about him. He was in the movie for about 5 minutes, but it was really nice to see him back on the big screen again. Because he's been in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for so long, and he hasn't been returned, even though everyone has been wanting him to return for some small little cameo. Sadly, he hasn't been able to. But, I would have loved to have him in another cameo, but whatever. He was good. The amount of time he was in it, he was good. Ronan he honestly had nothing to do with this movie. He was the villain, but he honestly, there's no reason you put him in this movie, quite frankly. You could have just taken out Ronan and he didn't even need to be in this movie, anyways. And he was such a kind of forgettable. Well, he's not really that forgettable. He was a pretty memorable I can't speak words today. Memorable villain in the cinematic universe. But whatever. I would have liked to see him fight without the Power Stone. I would have loved to have seen that, but we didn't. Story-wise, this movie is trying to be too many things. Because it is a prequel, it has prequel-itis, basically. So that some of these characters aren't going to die. So it's technically it's a Marvel movie, so no one's really going to die. So there's not really much suspense in this movie, quite frankly. And in the Skrulls, there's some pretty good stuff with the Skrulls. And there's a cool little twist, actually, with the Skrulls that I actually didn't see coming with them. Because I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's a pretty interesting twist. I would give this movie basically a B basically. I would go see this movie. I would definitely go see this movie for just the post-credit scene. I'm just going to tell you right there's a post one and there's an end one always. The end one, frankly, you could just leave. Just leave. Just go. Just go. You don't have to stay for it. I'm actually saving you time by telling you, don't just stay for the post one. The post one is worth it. It's pretty great. It's basically, I'm not gonna actually spoil it for you guys. You just got to find out for yourselves. So I think, is there anything else I need to talk about for this movie? Goose the cat. They do a lot more focus on that cat. I feel like you care more about that cat than Captain Marvel over there. Goose is. He's cute. He's a really cute cat. I really enjoy it. And I do enjoy the scenes. Yeah, well, he has a lot of good, funny scenes. So, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about this movie. I can say one thing. Captain Marvel, it's kind of hard to sympathize with her. Not because she's, like I said, with very hard, emotionless character, but because we don't know anything about her past, which is kind of weird because we don't know anything really about her past. We don't know really much about Captain Marvel in general, which kind of just makes you not really sympathize with her as much because she doesn't even know who she is. And how are we supposed to know who she is? And how are we supposed to care about who that person is if we don't know who she is? That is probably a little bit annoying about this one. And I feel like you can't just watch this movie if you haven't seen any of the movies in the cinematic universe. If you have not seen a Marvel movie, don't see this one. You have to watch at least a couple of them, especially ones with Nick Fury in it. Because this movie's just a big setup for everything that's happening. It's things that have already happened and how things have happened. It's chaos. It's chaos. But it's still a fun ride, and I would recommend to go see it. It's not a movie I would say after you see it to go see it again. I would probably just wait till it comes on home media. It's a fun ride. I would definitely say seeing in IMAX because the action scenes are just phenomenal. But yeah, that's really it for this review, guys. That's really it for Captain Marvel. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everybody.